All right, all right, all right. Mic check. Mic check. Chat, please let me know if my mic is working today. And if it does, hello everyone. Welcome back to our Wednesdays with ARTY. I guess you can call it with ARTY and TJ stream now. Welcome back, everyone. I'm hoping that you have a wonderful night slash morning slash day slash whatever you are. Hope the life treats you well and hope the weather treats you well as well. And as long as our mic is good and our stream is not logged in, that means that we're going to have some fun tonight. As a reminder, and probably the major one, our favorite boy in the world, Kyle McCarthy, is about to have his birthday tomorrow. So, send on the wishes through whatever social medias you can. He would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. It's a big day. It's about to be a big day. But it's not his birthday yet. So, let's get ready for that. Okay, so I think what we're doing tonight, we're just spinning the wheel again and again. I know you guys like it. I love it. And as you might aware, tonight we're doing the recreate the melody of your favorite movie soundtrack. So that's what we are here up for. We'll see how far we're gonna take it. Maybe do another, I don't know, maybe there's like more complex production, maybe not. Maybe just like go over a couple of spins. I think let's just see. Let's play it by ear. That's what I would say. Okay, let's start with quick questions and answers. Whatever questions you have for me, please address those in the chat. I'll be gladly to answer those. I think another reminder. Next week, I have a new ARTY track coming out together with Jonathan Mendelsohn called Lightning Strikes. I hope you guys are ready for this. I personally love this track. It's been in the works for a pretty long time, and as you might know, the last track that we had coming out on the ARTY was, I think it was like June 2022. Where Have You Been? So it's been a little nice break from new ARTY music. So about to happen, which is very, very exciting. I'm excited about this track, and I'm excited to see, to hear what you think about it. Oh wait, I'm entirely wrong. It's this week. It's not next week. This week, new track coming out on Friday. This week. I don't know. I feel like I'm delusional. I'm living in a completely different world at this moment. Trying to decompress from the Alpha 9 tour that's been going on for almost 3 months. So, yeah. This week. Okay. Should be better now. We're a little bit. Crank up the light on that thing. That's not gonna hurt. New Music Friday. who got their ARTY / Morgan Page tour. See you in New York. Tickets went on sale today. Yes, tickets for Wapsahole, June 2nd, if I recall correctly. Another thing that I want to talk about is our tour together with Morgan Page for this summer. We did announcements, all the dates in our social medias. So if you're around, please stop by. We would be happy to see your faces in the crowd. Okay. My team McLaren doesn't suck. Both drivers got points last weekend. Yeah, the past Melbourne Grand Prix was something. How long was that? Probably like almost close to 5 hours. 15 red flags, 20 black flags. I actually really enjoyed it. I think it was one of the best Grand Prix so far. Yeah, McLaren did well actually. 30 red flags. I think 50. I had a feeling it was like this race never gonna end. So many crashes. It was so messy. I loved it. So great. June 2nd, Wapsahole folks are flying in for this one. We've got a crew in New York. We always got a crew in New York. We have such a lovely crew in New York. I hope to see all of you. We'll see what we can do with giving away the tickets for our diehard fans, which is you guys. I'm trying to think is like how we can make this experience better for you. But the night is young. It's almost 2 months towards the show, so I'm pretty sure we'll figure this out. Any word on adding a Seattle show? Let me think about it for a second. I'm pretty sure Seattle was kinda in a mix of the discussing this tour, but nothing substantial, honestly. So sorry about that. I think it's like Seattle is not gonna be on this. It's not gonna be on this tour. But I'm gonna double check though. I don't wanna give you the false information. Yep. No Seattle. Yeah, again, sorry about that. Next time we're gonna make it happen. 100%. Where's Baker? It's right there. I'm pointing the finger onto him. He's just chilling. Academy is about to be sick. Are you saying it because you're gonna be there? Very biased opinion. Did you get a haircut, Arty? No, but I need one. How did this tour collaboration come about? I think it's like we've been discussing it for quite some time. We just never. It's like I've been working on my Alpha 9 album last year, and then it was supposed to be Alpha 9 album tour, and it just was like right before we engaged on the album tour, right before it was like the first few shows, this conversation came alive again. I know, it's like it kind of feels like we've been talking about it for 2 years at this point. Morgan is is a lovely human being. I'm pretty sure that that tour is gonna be fucking awesome. Sorry for swearing. Okay. What else? What else is here? The race was unbelievable. Do you think Max should have gotten a grid penalty? Nah. No, I don't think so. It's like, and also like if you remember the start of the race, he didn't pull off a great start, and he got sandwiched by both Mercedes drivers. So was the reason to give him a grid penalty. Also, it was like from different angles. It was like from one angle that it was like the big, it was like the big shot that everybody was discussing on the social medias. Yeah, it looks a little bit sketchy, but from other angles, it's like, I don't know. It's like we're talking about a few centimeters. Yeah, I don't think he deserved that. I think what he actually deserved is the win on this Grand Prix, because him and this car are just a rocket ship and a rocket man packaged together. Fly out for New York show. Would love to perform with Micho. Hell yeah, TJ. Fly out to New York show. Hmm? No, you already answered that. Okay, fair enough. Artie, have you ever been to a Coldplay concert? No. This is definitely on my bucket list. I want to make it happen. It's like I keep coming back to all the videos on the YouTube with their live performances. Like, I need to make it happen. I think it's like the one that I really missed out was back in 2021, 2022 when they were doing the US tour. San Diego is on my birthday. Perfect. There goes your plans. I've got an Alpha 9 album on repeat. Yeah, I had this album on repeat for 2 years. I don't want to say I got tired of it, but yeah, I've listened to it so many times at this point. It's pretty wild. Quick hello, Artie. Have a great / fun stream tonight. Love you all. Wrapping you tonight. I guess you have a good night. Rest easy. Max is not a categorical Formula 0. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Kunal only shows up to Artie streams to talk to Scarlett. Kunal, what the yeah. Never pay attention to my presence. Kind of like feel hurt. My feelings are hurt. Hey Artie, how many stories up is your apartment? What? Too many? It's like over 50 probably or something. Oh my god, I'm so sore. Coldplay in Pasadena? We're going. We're definitely going. How you doing, Artie? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing great too. So, let's start the stream. I'm gonna put my magic headphones in order for me to hear stuff, which would be amazing. Okay, so what we're gonna do, again, just a quick reminder, tonight's stream is about recreating the melodies of your favorite movie soundtrack. Again, we're about to have a blank project. Nothing is prepped, nothing is ready. You can take it as me being way too lazy to prep it, or you can take it as me being completely and entirely bold and just dive in into unknowns of your suggestions. Well, your suggestions are in our magic wheel, so take it the way you want it, I guess. But again, so far as like we had, I don't know, how many recreate the melodies? Recreate the melody streams we had so far. 5, 6. Yeah, all of them were fun. So let's keep this fun and make it on the fly. That's what I like about that. Okay.
You do have the Leon cut right now. It's true.
What's that?
You got the Leon cut right now. You have the Leon cut right now.
Oh,
The Leon S. Kennedy special.
it's my favorite. The same cut from the. Ah, okay, I see it now. Yeah. Kinda. Okay, let's. First of all, here's the question: Who's ready? Who's ready to spin the wheel? If you guys not ready, that's where this room ends. By the way, we did a very nice quick Q&A. I'll spin the bottle. Yeah, we'll spin the bottle this weekend, 100%. No doubt about that. Is that spin the bottle when we decide who kisses who? Yeah, yeah, I play that game. We kiss. We kiss and we hug. Okay, well, let's give a picker wheel our favorite spin. Let's see what we're gonna get. We have about like 15 submissions. We kind of like cleared up a little bit, but not too much. So Okay. Just trying to figure out like what would be the good point for us to start. Maybe here. Okay, let's start with some keys in the first place. We're gonna use Keyscape, simple cinematic preset. We're gonna put some reverb right out of the gate just to have the ambience for that. Gonna get a massive MIDI for that. By the way, it's like what is the BPM on that thing? $100. Inception, better than Interstellar. Did you gonna be? I'm gonna throw you out of the balcony right now. It's not a good thing to say. Okay. Mm. I mean, listen, guys, it's really hard to fuck up the actual harmony from the track. We all heard it so many times. If you cannot nail it from the first try without even hearing the track, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so let's just duplicate it and let's get some strings in the action. We're just gonna use actually, you know what, maybe this time we're gonna use different strings. Maybe something. Okay, great. My keyboard doesn't work again, as always. Actually, let's just start with the with normal acoustic strings, and we'll take it from there. A little bit of a saturation. Okay. Let's give it a listen. Probably would add some bass. Okay, that's good. Good enough. We can work around that. Smooth it out a little bit. Just make it slide. Okay, what else am missing here? Webster hole, let's fucking go. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we and also I have a feeling that accidentally I made this remake in a completely different rhythm, which is fine by me because we were trying to do here is just like recreating the harmony in the first place. But that kind of sounds cool. It's like we kind of took it to the triplets. Basically, it's not triplets by the grid, but it does have a feeling of it. Okay, let's just lay down a bunch of the sounds just for fun. Is a bird knocking the window? Undercurrent. And there we go. that was Interstellar. My project got killed. Oh shit, we might not lost it yet. I love Ableton. I might go back to FL Studio at some point, honestly. Like that is getting annoying. By the way, there's like the funniest part about it is like that only happens during the streams. Is like I didn't have that many problems with Ableton so far. It's like when I'm working off camera, I also should probably save it and something like, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna spoil a bunch of the stuff, but it's fine. Well, all the sounds are off. Lovely. Okay, let's give it another. That's not right. Wow, Ableton just does the stuff on its own, whatever it wants, I guess. Okay, we have this layer at least. Let's try it one more time. Let's try to use Omnisphere. Oh, that's nice. what else we're missing. Oh my god. This is fucking killing me. Okay, well, on that note, I think there was so many added mashups and the remixes done with this song. I don't think it's like we need to take it any further. Let's just listen from the top, and you guys can judge if we got the melody right, and we can move on to the next thing. Even would do something like that just to create a little bit of attention. Okay, let's give it a listen from the top. Now you're Hans Zimmer, 100%. No, I'm not. I am really liking this compliment, though. Okay, one more thing before giving it like one more listen, because like my entire things are just like so messed up. Give me the Reese bass. Okay. Okay, good. And just small resolution in the end. take that. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. The one thing they wouldn't do is just to have more spins. So, you guys ready for the next one? I love film scores. Me too. It's one of my favorite things, honestly. I could see you scoring a film in the future. I could see myself scoring a film in the future when I have much more time for that, because that takes an enormous amount of time, honestly. Okay. Interstellar is done. Which one was that? High choice. One more spin the wheel. Let's go. Let's see what we're gonna get. Okay. God, I love Kavinsky's music so much.
I'm giving you a night call to tell you how I feel. I want to drive you through the night, down the hills.
Okay. I guess that's what we're doing right now. Let me. Yeah, let's just get the first part right. Okay. Let me think. Let me think of a synthwave really quickly. Let's give it another shot to Omnisphere. I think it's like most of the notes are right. I think so. Also, why not? We can put bunch of the Arcturus into it. No. Yeah. One of my favorite plugins of all time is by far Juno. So we're gonna do the bass first. Okay. From OTC pretty much and everything. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate that and we're gonna do the lead. That is funny. Okay, let's do the live check with the melody and try to get it right. I mean, the bass knows the root melody was like most of the lead sounds right to me. Okay, we're done with this part. Yeah.
I'm giving you
Okay. The other thing that we could do is add some, yep, some Oliver samples. So good. Yeah, let's just go ahead with this one. God damn it. Gonna throw the auto filter on that. Maybe actually maybe just keep it simple. Kinda? Yeah, I think we're pretty close. All in all. Okay, we're gonna take a little break before we spin the wheel again. PP time. Give me a few minutes. I'll be back to you. In the meantime, if you have any questions to me, please, as always, put those in the chat and I will gladly answer those. I'll see you in a little bit. So, okay, we're back, and apparently, DJ made a statement that if you eat a banana, and then, first of all, you shouldn't drink this. This is gross.
It was in rapid
No, I'm saying in the first place, Sprite is not good for you. But basically, if you drink a banana, here's the statement goes: if you drink a banana and then if you eat the banana and then you drink Sprite, you're gonna what? Throw up?
Yeah, you get sick.
Is that true? That
It's
truth?
rapid succession.
Sprite and banana just don't go together. So why you eat banana and why you drink Sprite right now? And also you vaping. And also you do. Okay, well, I guess a part of recreate the melody of your favorite movie soundtrack. We're about to figure out if you can throw up from eating banana and drink it up with Sprite. Can we talk about who's doing this? DJ, clearly. Who else would do that? Hey, Artie, how is everyone week going? Is that question to me or it's for FM? I'm not pretty sure, but my week is going pretty well. Thank you for asking. How can I make my reverb sound better? Do you have any tips, settings, or tricks you can share? Well, I think it really depends, like where you're trying to use your reverb on. Like, are we talking about the vocals or synthesizers or your drums? It's like for drums, I usually would recommend like trying to play around with like room or plate reverb. It's like with very very short decay setting. For synthesizers, I mean, Valhalla Vintage Verb is ultimate reverb for me. It sounds great everywhere. It's like as long as you tweak it right. And probably in order to make it more subtle but have a bit of a more exposure, just like play around with a dry and wet dry and wet button and cut off all the low frequencies, probably like anything below 150 to 100 to 150 hertz, depends on the sound, and cut some of the high frequencies as well. And what I tend to do recently is just to put the saturation after the reverb, so it kind of like messes up the entire sound, but I don't know, in my ears it makes it better. And it just like I don't know, colors the reverb and actually brings it forward in a mix together with the dry synth, just because of the saturation that you have like right after of the actual reverb. Not saturation before, but saturation after. It's not exactly the right technique, but I'm not sure that there's the right techniques out there. Just to try to control it, like basically, if I would sum it up right now, control dry wet button, dry wet knob. Make sure you have full awareness of cutting the low and high frequencies on your reverb, and play around with decay. If you want to have a like long ass reverb on your pads, that should be very long. If you want to have more presence in your drums, do like super short reverb with close to dry. I don't know. It's like if you would use vintage verb, like 5 to 10% on the dry wet, just to make your drums a little bit more present, more full. I mean, there's so many ways to go with it, and even it's like honestly, lately instead of vintage verb, most of the times I've been using just stock Ableton reverb, and it still works for me. Also, really depends on the quality of the sound, or you know, it's like quality of the sample that you picked, or quality of the synth that you picked. Banana split. That's gonna be a banana split right there. Banana is actually a good food as a super quick snack. Okay, let's make one more spin. Are you guys down for that? Let's get Kavinsky out of picture. That was fun. Let's see what else is there. What's up, boy? Oh, nice stretch. Okay. Oh. We got this one. I honestly never heard that before. What movie is that? Sounds amazing though. Wait, I can tell you for sure. If I didn't look at the title and just listen to the audio, I would tell it straight away. It was made by Brian Beatty, like with all of his like craziness on the vocals. He loved that stuff. He's so good with that. Honestly, I think we're gonna skip this one. We're just gonna appreciate. It's like I'm gonna listen to it for sure because I actually really like it. It's not that much of a recreation for us because, like, if we're gonna dive into grading the vocals from this, it's gonna take us some time. Sick track though. What movie was that? Chat, you submitted it. Any idea? BT is legendary. Have your own signature in every song. Yeah, BT is the god. We also did collab together. If you guys remember, I think it was like came out 10 years ago. If you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's give it another spin and see like if there's anything else we can recreate from your suggestions. Okay. What's that? Don't tell me it's Pirates of Caribbean, please. Ooh. Matrix. Wait, if I recall correctly, that's a second Matrix when they had this crazy scene in Zion, like a tribe celebration. When Neo just got back to Zion. I think this is the one. literally the one. Isn't there a certain person in your circle who hasn't watched this yet? Yeah, he's about to be fired because of this. It's ridiculous. I was like, why? Such a legendary movie. It's like, why just don't give it a try and try to watch it? It's literally gonna take you like 7 hours of your life. Watch entire trilogy together. Okay, I think it's like the soundtrack falls down the same bracket because it's not that much of like recreating here. And by the way, it's like I respect that type of the soundtrack that can like go for 13 minutes and you're never gonna get tired of those. But it's like for me, it's literally like writing down 4 notes and I know. It's just like there's a lot of like ambient sound going on as well. That it's not gonna be like real fun to try and recreate it. So we can keep spinning the wheel. Let me know. Or we can try to do this one. It's up to you. Spin the wheel for sure. Keep spinning. Okay. You guys made a decision. Let's get something more, a little bit more melodic. A little bit more movement in a melody. Put it in a back burner. Honestly, it was like, oh my God. Okay, well, that's gonna sum up our night. The wheel is broken. No, the wheel is fixed. Yeah, what's that? Yeah, but this one is gonna be special. Wow. You just dropped an insane joke. TJ just said, I was like, are you saying it's gonna take time? Wow. Props to you. I like that one. This is the one. That's probably the best standout soundtrack for me, as just a standout 4 minutes record for a specific scene, for a specific movie. And also Inception is probably my favorite movie. From all the Christopher Nolans. I would say it's like first Batman, Interstellar in some capacity, and Inception is definitely number 1. Tenet was interesting to watch. Okay, well, you all know the drill. You're very familiar with this track, so let's just jump onto it. Okay, we need some sick ass delay. God damn it. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's... Okay, let's see. We have strings. So we're gonna do another layer with the same melody. We're gonna add another reverb. Okay, and here probably let's just build some cool pad harmonies. That works. I'll do another one. Here's an idea. We're gonna copy this channel and let's get some drone on the top of it. Let's keep the things moving. What else can do here? The bass. Um, wait, where the hell am I? Okay. Okay. Think that's pretty much Hans Zimmer time. Ish? Chill, let me know. Oh, hell yeah. Back to our favorite pack. comes to the melodies, I think we got pretty close. Although like that sounds like more like a lead to me. Yeah. It is the original soundtrack though. It was like, what are you talking about? Actually, I think it. Okay. I would copy that. Okay, well, you guys might have an idea where that actually go into. Probably not tonight, but let's compare those two. I mean, nothing can even come close when compare original Inception soundtrack, but just for the sake of if we got any closer. listen to our take. It's not too bad. I don't think so. And also, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna save this project, and I quite like the ending, because there's definitely something we can do with that. Maybe next week, maybe the week after that. We have an idea for the next week, actually, guys. First of all, thank you so much for sticking with me tonight. I'm gonna make sure that I save the wheel and all of the unchosen options that we didn't go through tonight. For the next week, though, we're gonna go back to demo feedback session. So, to all of our super talented producers, up and coming EDM rock stars, guys, please submit all of your new demos in a sub channel in our ARTY family, well, ARTY server / ARTY family Discord server. We're gonna go through them next week. I will give you my honest feedback, and I will try to support you as much as I can. I know we have fuck tons of talents in our community. You guys are super talented, and we proved it so many times over like all the demo submissions that we heard before. So I want to hear new demos, new stuff, And I cannot wait to discuss all of that on our Wednesdays with Arty next week. Until then, thank you so much for being with me and Mr. TJ, who still didn't throw up from eating banana and drinking Sprite. So he proved it wrong, which is good to know. Good night, good morning, good day to all of you. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I'll see you next week. Pretty much the same time, the same place. Twitch.tv/ARTY. Ethan Kaser 1. Thank you so much for a sub. Is that our Ethan? I don't know. But regardless, thank you so much for a sub. Guys, take care of yourself. Have an incredible weekend. Go get some fun. Don't forget to hydrate yourself, drink responsibly, and party responsibly. And if you've taken the weekend off, go watch some an amazing TV shows on whatever streaming you prefer. Until next Wednesday, I'll see you in 1 week. Love you guys. Take care.